I never believed in local legends, those stories that the elderly locals whisper when they think that the children are not listening to them. But everything changed last summer when I got a job to work for several months as a guard at an old hydro station, deep under the hills, far from the village. The building has been abandoned for years, but the state still keeps it locked. For security. No one ever explained what kind of security. I was just told to go around the tunnels, make sure no one slipped in, and never go down to the lower level. I didn't take it seriously until I heard the first sounds. On the second day, around 3 in the morning, I heard what sounded like gentle scratching. It was coming from the vent. At first I thought it was rats, until I realized the scratching stops as soon as I walk past the door. It's like he's listening to me. I didn't sleep that night, and around 5 in the morning, the scratching turned into a whisper. Unintelligible, quiet, but clear enough to know they weren't animals. I did not report. I didn't want to lose my job. And now, I wish I had. The next day, I saw that the metal door of the lower level was ajar. Only I had the key. When I opened them, the metal squealed like it was alive. I went down the stairs and entered a room that smelled of damp. And something worse. Something sweet, stale, like rotten meat mixed with chemicals. That was the first time I heard a sound that still keeps me awake today. Deep breathing, but not human. Too long, too wide, too hard. It was as if the lungs of what was breathing had no limits. I ran upstairs and locked the door. That should have been my first and last mistake. But I didn't stop. The older guard, the man I replaced, left a small notebook in the closet. In it, just a few sentences. Don't listen to the whispers. Don't open the bottom door. If you hear them climbing the wall, run. Below that, an old drawing. A monstrous, deformed human body. No mouth, no eyes, just a dark hollow where the head should be. Below the drawing. They fell first. They? Who were they? Then I thought the old man was joking. But jokes don't move upstairs at night. On the third night, about 2 past midnight, I heard a sound that I will never be able to forget in my life. Climbing. Slow, heavy, long pulls, as if something without bones was being dragged up the metal stairs. The sound was coming up. According to me. When I looked through the opening in the door, I saw only darkness, but the darkness was shifting. It's like breathing, and in that darkness, 2 thin, elongated fingers slowly curled around the edge of the staircase. At that moment, I stopped being brave. I tried calling my superiors. No signal, no internet. There's nothing. All I could do was listen and pray for that something to stop coming. But it didn't stop. It just retreated, as if waiting for the right moment. And the worst came the night after. On the upper level, there's a small room with old monitors. The cameras are no longer working, or so I thought. When I entered the room, one of the screens flickered. On it, a black and white picture of a long, narrow tunnel. And at the end of the tunnel, something tall, elongated, completely still, like the shadow of a man, but without any movement, not even breathing. Then the image shifted. Not a shadow. Camera. It was as if something was pushing him towards the lens, and when she got halfway, the camera fell out of the wall. There were no whispers that night. There was no scratching. There was no climbing. Just silence. Fat. Dead. Ear-splitting silence. The silence that makes you know something is much, much worse than before. The decision was made. Either I run, or I go downstairs and finish this. I brought a flashlight and went down. Every step sounded like I was walking on bones. At the bottom was a large metal door, scratched inside. In the middle, a dent like a trace of a head that has crashed into steel 1,000,000 times. When I turned on the battery, I realized that the walls were full of names, incised with nails, 100 of them. But beneath the name, something common was written. "We are awakened." Then I heard breathing behind me, the long, difficult, impossible one. I turned around and saw him. He was too tall to be human. His skin hung from his bones in long strips, head like an elongated hole without a face, and the parts of the body moved as if they were separated, but still somehow connected. He had no mouth, he had no eyes, but I knew he was watching me, and I listened to him breathing through that empty hole. Step by step, he came closer. He was in no hurry. He knew I wouldn't run away. And then I heard a voice, but not his, but dozens, maybe hundreds of votes from the hole where the head should be. They all whispered the same thing. "You shouldn't have come here. Now you're one of us." I don't know how I escaped. I don't know how I got out there.